So because of this, these restaurants also have been affected because people are not allowed to go to restaurants and have food there. So this industry, restaurant sector industry also has been badly affected. Next industry on my list is logistics. Logistics, by logistic I mean supply chain management industries. Supply chain or logistic sector services are required to bridge the gap between the demand and supply. Wherever there is a demand, you have to provide the goods or services, particularly goods mainly. So these type of logistic industry services are required for this, because there was no movement of goods, there was no transport of goods, there was no supply. So these type of logistic industries also have been badly affected, and they are the sufferers. And again, the ancillary services or sectors, industries which were dependent on these type of logistic companies, they have been also affected. Next industry, according to me, or sector which has been badly affected is the event management services. Event management. Event management I mean organizing the events, big events like marriages, receptions, naming ceremonies, or if you go to business, then business conferences, meetings, and other religious functions, cultural functions. These are the events which are to be managed, particularly if they are on big scale or large scale. Now event management has become again a very big business in our country, and it has been affected because there are no events now. Last 2-3 months, absolutely, including marriages, all the events and ceremonies have been suspended, or there was no events happening. So these events management companies and their employees, and again the ancillary services industries, they have been again badly affected. So event management is another industry which has been adversely affected because of this corona. Next sector or industry come to my mind is live sports. Live sports means the sports where the thousands of spectators come and see the sports or watch the game. Cricket, football, hockey, tennis, all over the world. This is the situation. In India particularly, for cricket lovers, they come in not only thousands but lakhs. Football is one of the most played sport in the world, and again thousands of spectators come and gather in the stadiums to watch these type of games. T20 matches, test matches, IPL, Olympics, even Olympics has been affected and it has been postponed. So it's a very big business in these type of sports, live sports industries. And then people who are dependent on this, they are badly affected because there are no ports. Now yesterday only there was a announcement by our former Indian captain of cricket, Sourav Ganguly, that we will play the games even without spectators, and games will be played in the empty stadiums. But I don't think that economic sustainability will be there in such type of live sports without spectators. Next, according to me, again there are twin or related to each other. Let us take two together. real estate and construction industry. Real estate, I mean buying and selling of plots, development of plots, either for residential complexes or for business complexes. That is known as real estate sector. And related to that is construction industries. Again, construction is for either the residential premises or for commercial purposes. Both have been badly affected. Now people are not dealing in the real estate, and the construction industry is completely stopped because the demand is not there, or even the workers are not there, laborers are not available. Now government has permitted to start the construction business, but many contractors, they are having problems because the skilled labor which are required in construction industries like carpenters, masons, like that, they are not available. They have gone back to their native places. So these type of real estate and construction industries, these also are adversely affected because of corona. Again, another sector which has been adversely affected is the luxury products. Luxury products, high value items or goods like luxury cars or big air conditioning systems, refrigerators, which are considered as luxury products. Now during this lockdown period, people have realized that now they have to deal with their basic needs and forget about luxuries, but even comforts also will not be considered for our day-to-day livelihoods or life. So many of the people, or the majority of the population, they are concentrating on their basic needs. Naturally, the products or services which are in the luxury sector, they have been adversely affected, and their business has come down drastically. Practically last 2 months, there was no business at all. Not a single Maruti car got sold in many of their outlets or franchises. That is the problem, and that is happening for all luxury products. And that's why this luxury products industry sector again will be or is badly affected. I mentioned in my beginning segment about the fuel. Same thing, these oil, gas, petrol, diesel, these industries are badly affected. Their production has stopped or reduced to a drastic level, and distribution also has been badly affected. So this is again another industry which has been badly affected. Another industry which come to my mind is technology gadgets, highly technology gadgets, like high value mobiles and other digital products which are having high value, advanced value or technology. People now will be reluctant to go for such type product particularly for few months to come. I am not saying that it is a permanent phenomena, but few months to come, or at least a year, these high value technology products or gadgets will be affected. I talked about the cinema halls, and that is because of this the film industry is badly affected. Absolutely, there is no shooting of any films or serials for last 2 months, 3 months. All the people related to film industries like actors, directors, producers, financiers, no job at all. They are in their homes. So film industry is badly affected. and this will take again a long time for again restarting of these type of film industry. And the last but not the least in this adversely affected list is financial services. Now there is a controversy. Some people feel that there will be a bright future for financial services in years to come, but what has happened in last 2-3 months is these financial services sectors, banks have never closed down. They are open all the time. But again, other non-banking financial companies, financial institutions, they have been affected badly. People will not go for loans immediately, new loans. Repayment of existing loans will be a problem. And overall, this will affect the financial services sector. So these are the few industries, almost 20 industries, which will be or which are badly adversely affected according to me because of this corona. Now let me turn to my third part of my speech, that is winning industries, or the industries which are going to be benefited because of this COVID-19 or corona. Again, I listed out almost 13-14 industries in this segment. To start with, what is now, according to me and many others, feel that gig industries, some pronounce it gig industry, GIG, economy basically, will be having a bright future. What is this GIG economy? GIG economy means the shifting from employing the permanent employees to contractual agreements or arrangements. Suppose earlier the employers used to employ the employees permanently or even temporarily. Now the trend will be not to employ such employees or people, but have the contractual agreement with those people who can work for them, employers. So there will be agreement, not employment agreement, but it is what is called as offloading or subcontracting. Now employers will prefer these type of arrangements. Already I told you that now job market will be very dim in near future to come. But there will be a big opportunity for the people either who have lost the job or finding out the jobs. If they can grab this opportunity of getting the contracts from the employers, either in the manufacturing sector, service sector, whatever it may be, they'll be having a good future. Because as I told you, the employers or even general people, they are having the fear in their mind about the uncertainty. It is said that the future is always uncertain, but because of this corona, this level of uncertainty has increased a lot. Because it or we can say that is unexpected uncertainty. Because some uncertainty we are used to it, but we were never used to this type of uncertainty happening because of corona. So now people must and should move to these type of arrangements and come forward to have an arrangement with the employers on a contractual basis, they can manufacture, they can produce, they can provide services on behalf of the other people. I will not say employer because there is no employer-employee relationship in such type of things. But you can say contractor and contractee. So according to me and some other people, there will be a big scope for this type of GIG economy, gig economy in our country. Not only our country, but globally this will be the phenomenon. Second sector which I feel that having a bright future is the insurance sector, particularly life insurance. People are so afraid of these type of diseases and the deaths which are happening that in near future to come, at least for next 1 year, 2 years, there will be very big increase in the insurance business and particularly life insurance. So these type of life insurance policies or even mediclaim policies, they will be having a good future in coming months or years to come. I talked about the digital gadgets having adversely affected or technologically gadgets. But I was talking about the high value items. But other digital products which will be used or which are being used in our day-to-day life, because it has become now digitalization has become a normal phenomena in our country or even globally. So these wherever there is a digital economy, digital products will be required. You talk about the mobiles or computers or any other things. So now one-to-one personal contacts or interaction, face-to-face interaction has drastically reduced for last 4-5 years. It will further reduce. Everything will be online, and for that the digital products will be required, and there will be great demand for these type of products. So this industry, according to me, has got a good future. Relating to this is digital gaming. It is a part of digital products only, but digital gaming again is a sub part of that, you can say, because as I told you, live sports will take a long time to restart. So during this 2-3 years period, these digital games which can be played in-house, mainly by children or even by their parents also, this demand will increase. And already there are so many digital games which are coming in the market, and this will have bright future for next 2 to 3 years. Another sector or industry which I am feeling which will have a good future is online coaching and online training. Many of us know that schools and colleges have been closed down. They are not started yet. Along with that, even coaching classes, tuitions, which is having a very big business in our country, that also has been adversely affected. Coaching classes, they are running almost 10 to 12 hours a day, and hundreds and thousands of students are attending such type of coaching classes. Trainings have been imparted, practical trainings, educations, vocational trainings. Now, apart from school and colleges, these type of private coaching and private training, they will have a good business if you run them online. People are already started that. Even many schools, right from the nursery, they have started online. To what extent the kids, they understand that is a big question mark. But already their schools have started. I think one of the states, Karnataka, they have banned this type of e-learning for the kids up to say second standard or third standard. Anyway, but this e-learning, e-coaching and e-training, this has got a very bright future in years to come, and this is very, one of the winning industries, you can say. I talked about stock market going down, slightly improving, but many experts who are dealing with stock markets, they feel that this is the right time to invest in the stock market. When the share prices are low, buy the shares. That is the mantra. So stock market investments, this will have a good future, and this can be say that one of the winning sectors due to this corona effect. Next is, according to me, is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing. Many of you might be knowing this term in marketing sector. Affiliate marketing is very akin, similar to agency marketing, but it is slightly different. In agency contract, principal appoints the agents and agents get a commission on the basis of the business he has done for the principal. But in affiliate marketing, the person who is doing the marketing for the main person, say principal, he not only gets the agency commission, but he also shares the revenue. There is a revenue sharing model in affiliate marketing. So now people will not be only satisfied with the agency commission, but they will demand for the revenue sharing also based on the business which they bring in for the main person or the principal. So these type of marketing will increase, because now going oneself into the market and doing business marketing will be a tough job because of so many restrictions in the market. So you appoint a persons who will do the affiliate marketing for you, and you do the business, you increase your sales revenue. That will be a coming trend, future trend in the market. Another sector, service sector basically, which is having a bright future, is data sciences, like AI, artificial intelligence. In many corporates, AI already has started. AI and other applications on a large scale, mass scale. And these data sciences have got so much, so many advantages, and they are replacing the human being so fast, like robotics and AI, artificial intelligence, etc., that this is the future of the business. Particularly now the people will try to avoid the personal contacts with the people, employing the employees. Online business, artificial intelligence, robotics, these industries will be having a bright future in near. Along with the affiliate marketing, network marketing. Network, that is MLM, multi-level marketing. It is more or less same with the affiliate marketing, but now this will increase again because of the circumstances, and the people will rely more on these type of network marketing, multi-level marketing. Next, opportunity will be available to the people who will be dealing with hydroponics. Hydroponics, many of you might be knowing. Hydroponics is nothing but you can say small home gardening, which is done dominantly or predominantly with water. No soil is required, no fertilizers are required, because this is on a small scale. Only for my home I want to produce vegetables and other products which are required in my day-to-day home consumption. So hydroponics is another big sector where the expertise is required, because as a common man I don't know how to do this type of growing the vegetables in my balcony or terraces, or even the whatever space I have. So the people who are expert in this, or the people will have to become specialist in this to provide these type of services to a large number of people in our country. Hydroponics, that is one of the sector which I feel which will be very having a good future. Coming to the closing part of these type of industries, next is on my list is mental health. Mental health means yoga, meditation, Reiki. People will need more and more of these type of services, mental health services. Overall impact of corona is so much that many people have lost the mental stability. There is a fear in the mind. People are not in a position to concentrate, focus. They want peace, calmness, some way to have the mental stability and mental health. So the people who are in this sector providing services of yoga, medicine, Reiki, they have got a bright future in our country particularly. And more people online, this all will be more and more online, and it is possible. So this also one of the sector which will have a good future. Relating to this mental health is physical health. Health care services, particularly I want to mention hospitals. I'm not talking of big hospitals or hospital chains like Apollo or Wockhardt like that, but even the small healthcare services, say laboratories, testing, or the small medical services, health services, they will have more business than pre-corona period, because the awareness of the mental and health care has increased, not only in our country but all over the world, global phenomena. So these healthcare services. Last two in this list is, one is alternative medicines. I talked about the yoga, medicine, Reiki, etc., but alternative medicines. Alternative medicines, already they are having the business other than allopathy. Particularly in our country, homeopathy, Ayurveda, Unani, they are already in the business, but now their importance will increase their sorry, use will increase because people will prefer long-term effects. It is said, again it is a debatable or controversial. I don't want to comment on the any stream of medical fraternity or this one, but people believe that allopathy is effective in case of emergencies, whereas homeopathy, Ayurveda, they have got long-term effects. So let us go towards those type of medical treatments or lines, and that's why these alternative medicines, even naturopathy, that will have, I think, more business than the earlier one. And the last but not the least, related to this mental health, etc., again, it is a spiritual services or spiritual sciences. Spiritual sciences means, Vastu or healing or astrology, these type of things. People will be moving more and more people will be moving towards these type of spiritual sciences, where the guidance will be required more, again because of the uncertainty, fear in the mind, and some guideline. People are looking for some support or guideline, and these type of spiritual sciences will have a better future in the years to come, at least in our country. Now I will go to my last part of the speech. 10-15 minutes more are remaining, and I will try to cover this last topic, that is, or last segment, that is challenges, and particularly in relation to industries, because I have selected this topic of impact of corona on industries. So what are the challenges which will be or which are to be faced by the industries and the commerce, particularly in business? I will not deal with the personal challenges. As I told you, we have to do yoga, meditation for mental peace, etc. That is, individuals look out, and there are various ways of doing this. But particularly, I will be focusing on the challenges faced by the industries, and again, what is to be done to overcome these challenges. This I will try to cover in next 10-15 minutes. The first challenge, all the industrialist entrepreneurs and the people are in the field of business and commerce, they have to realize that world has changed a lot. World has changed a lot. Now people are saying that there were epidemics in the 100 years back, smallpox, etc. There were 2 world wars. They have changed the world. Similarly, this small virus has changed the world a lot. So, if the world has changed, if the environment has changed, if the circumstances have changed, how we can continue as industrialists or entrepreneurs or the business people with the same mentality and attitude? We also have to change. So, first of all, we have to understand as the industrialists or entrepreneurs that we have to adjust to this change. These changes. And what is the challenge because of this? Challenge is to make oneself adaptable to these changes. That is the challenge. To adapt means to adjust. If we continue our business or industry with the same attitude, then it will not help. So the biggest challenge is the challenge of change. This challenge of change was there, will be there in future in business. Again, business, there is uncertainty, everybody knows about that. But now what I want to focus is, you have to adapt, and you have to adapt very fast. So what is the challenge? One challenge I told you is to adapt. But linked to this, change in our attitude is the survival of the quickest. Famous saying is the survival of the fittest. Everybody knows about that. Law of the jungle, or the rule of the jungle. Survival of the fittest. But now the mantra will be survival of the quickest. The person who will be changing himself and his strategies, business strategies quickly, as quick as possible, he will survive. Forgot about growth. Growth comes afterwards. But survival is the problem now. How to survive. And that's why the challenge of adaptation and changing or adapting quickly, very fast. These are the two important challenges to start with. I am talking of the industry and commerce and business people. It is applicable to all our common people like us also in our day-to-day life. But as far as industries, business and commerce is concerned, this is more relevant. And that's why I am focusing on these type of adaptation and quick adaptation. Because the whole world is changing, economy is changing, circumstances are changing. These are the two important challenges. Next challenge, according to me, is the work style and business model. Adaptation means that only. You have to change our work style. You have to change our business model. Last 15-20 years, I was doing the business. I have been doing the business in a particular manner, fashion, and it has given me the results. So I will continue like this in future? No. You have to stop, think, and then adopt the strategies, business models, which will be suitable in the future time to come. And that will be helping in realignment of our business, readjusting of our business strategies, business models, how we are going to go about it, even if it is related to manufacturing or service, whatever, or trading, we have to think. And whatever business we are in or we are doing the business, whether that business model will be useful in future, whether there will be growth, or we have to change that model, or we have to change the business line itself. We talk about diversification. Now diversification means continuing with the existing business and then changing the other business. I am not talking of diversification. I am talking of changing the business line itself. Many industrialists or entrepreneurs, they have to think whether to continue in their existing business line or they have to change. Because there might not be the bright future for the existing business, line. So this is the next challenge to be faced by the industries and entrepreneurs. Many entrepreneurs we come across, they are still not used to internet usage, online business. Big corporates, companies, or even medium scale companies, they adopted internet usage, softwares, ERP, SAP, BAN, etc. But I am talking about the small scale industries, tiny industries, traders, wholesalers, retailers, down the line. They are still not very comfortable with the online business. They still prefer one-to-one manual business or manual, accounting or other policies. Now this will not be helpful to them. They have to adapt themselves to the e-commerce, internet usage, softwares, ERP packages. Even if your business is small, you have to adopt this type of, online business, and then only you will survive. Otherwise, survival will become difficult, particularly for, I told you, retailers, wholesalers, small and tiny industries like that, manufacturers like that. Next challenge, particularly I am talking of business which includes education also. Education has become a very big business. As I told you earlier, e-learning, online coaching and training, that is going to get a boost. Now our educational methods also will be changing, and the people who are in this type of business of education, they have to adopt different types of models. I am talking of not only private institutions or coaching classes or tuitions, but even the schools and colleges and universities. They have to change their methodology of teaching. Educational methods have to be changed. So this is a big challenge. Now, at least for coming years and in future, forget about the classes having hundreds of students coming and sitting, and the teacher, professor, lecturer is giving the lecture. That will not be the phenomena in future. So e-learning business has to be adopted very fast. Social gatherings and events, already I talked about. So the people who are in the business of event management, they have to rethink about their business lines. God knows, public memory is very short and people are very impatient. So the countries like ours, people will again start coming in hundreds and thousands for the event, attending the events very shortly. But the people who are in the business of event management, they have to be very cautious, and they have to diversify at least in the other businesses. If the people again start coming to the events, well and good, but these type of business people should be prepared to change the business and to diversify in the different type of businesses. Entertainment industries, already I told you, the whole outlook has changed. Now people will rethink for going to the cinema halls and theaters, and they will prefer, in-house entertainments. So the industries, businesses which are having this entertainment business, they have to change themselves. This is the big challenge. Already some of the actors, directors, producers, they have started, producing the serials by shooting in the homes of the actors itself. And the serials have started. Many big producers and directors, they are launching the movies on the online, like Hotstar, Netflix, Amazon, Prime Video, etc. The latest example is Amitabh Bachchan's acted Gulabo Sitabo. You must have heard and you must have seen. Launching itself is on these type of, online fire sticks. So these type of industries also have to rethink entertainment industries. There's a big challenge, and now they have to change. So these are some of the challenges. Particularly, I focused on the industry, commerce, and business. But these type of challenges will be in front of all of us, common people like you and me. You also have to change. We have to adopt. We have to change our work style. We have to change our attitude and aptitude. We have to devote more time to our family members. All of us, we know that last 2-3 months, we have realized the importance of our family members, particularly the working people, male I am talking of, or even the female who were working, going outside. Lot of changes have taken place, and this small virus has taught us many lessons. So let us try to learn out of these, and now we should be ready to face the challenges of the future, particularly the industry and commerce as I have listed down. And I hope and I am sure that everybody of us will definitely work on this, and we will have, all of us, we will have a very healthy future. Healthy means not only mental health, physical health, but economic health also. And with this, I conclude my speech. I thank all of you for giving the patience listening to my speech. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.